We are here because both of us, by coincidence, made the same point in Parliament today, namely that there is a desperate need for judicial appointments to be made to the superior courts across Canada. The rate of judicial vacancies under this government has tripled since they took office. There are some 61 vacancies in the courts, and Mr. Cooper can explain what happened in his riding of Edmonton just recently as a consequence.
Well, we have seen serious criminal cases across Canada being thrown out of court as a result of the minister's inaction in filling judicial vacancies. We saw, for example, in the spring, a serious fraud case thrown out in Red Deer, and then recently in Alberta we saw the most serious of cases, a first-degree murder case thrown out because of the minister's inaction in filling judicial appointments. The consequence of this means that someone who was charged with first-degree murder is now able to walk free, immune from prosecution.
So this isn't a theoretical issue. It happens in my province as well. We had a serious fraud case recently thrown out for the fact that they couldn't proceed in a timely way. And Defence Counsel are attributing that to the failure to make judicial appointments. So both of us are here on behalf of the New Democratic Party and the Conservative official opposition to make the point that this is a desperate situation requiring immediate attention on behalf of the Minister of Justice.
But did you make a good government answer for the minister?
We didn't find the answer, speaking for myself, more than simply the same thing. We're studying it. We have a new process. Just wait. Meanwhile, the problems that we both are discussing continue to escalate.
Yeah, I mean, the minister has given the same answer month after month after month, which is that appointments are just around the corner. Well, if you look at the record of this minister, she waited 8 months into her job before she got around to filling a handful of vacancies, and now there are still 60 vacancies left. In fact, the Minister of Justice didn't even get around to appointing a judicial affairs advisor until a month ago. This is usually the type of position that a Minister of Justice fills on day one. So the minister has done a lot of talking, but we've seen very little action from the minister, with very, very serious consequences in terms of the administration of justice across Canada.
Is this just a case of the Justice Minister not filling vacancies fast enough, or is this a more systemic problem with the government?
I think that there has been a crisis in judicial appointments, and administrative justice is suffering. I'm thinking of some 29 vacancies on the Immigration and Refugee Board. I'm thinking of the fact that the CRTC is unable to conduct a hearing in French because they're awaiting a new appointment. There is a problem across the government. They don't seem to understand that administrative justice, the so-called people's courts, administrative agencies, are suffering. This is not just superior courts. This is across the spectrum, and I don't understand. I don't understand what their holdup is. It's been a year, and we have all of these vacancies on so many tribunals and courts.
How do you explain it?
Well, it's just incredible. I can't explain it. I really don't understand what is holding the minister up in filling judicial vacancies and what is holding the government up more broadly in terms of filling governor and council appointments. I think when you look at all boards, agencies, commissions, and crowns, there's something in the neighborhood of a 20% vacancy rate. You know, this government has been in a state of paralysis when it comes to making decisions, and it's evident that that state of paralysis has extended when it comes to making decisions with respect to appointments, with very serious consequences.